Never been to Detroit. Closest I've been to Detroit is Chicago. I learned all sorts of stuff. Like, do you know that if you go directly south from Detroit, you'll be in Canada? Like, there's
I had no
a
idea.
weird map loop. Can we show that? Where, a small part of Canada
So did you
is south of Detroit.
Did you have to have like your passport at the ready?
No,
or you just didn't go
because we
over
didn't
there?
go. But had we had more time,
Man, it's too bad that you didn't, and too bad you didn't know beforehand, so you could plan it like that.
And I think you hear about. I went to Pittsburgh once, and I thought, oh yeah, I mean, you read about Pittsburgh, and it's a depressed steel town. So I just pictured like just ruins, and it's a beautiful city.
Right. I mean, just like anywhere, people that live there want to live pretty places.
The people, not so much. I keyed. But same with Detroit.
Right.
And maybe 15 years ago, it was a little junky, but it's just so beautiful. We stayed in Pontiac, Michigan, where UWM is.
Nice.
Does that sound familiar? Like
the car?
And there's a Dodge family.
Pretty cool.
That's big there. So it's like, oh, that's where all these car names came from.
Right.
Here's a wild turkey that we saw.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a wild turkey.
Barb thought
crazy.
it was, I said peacock, then she said, no, it's a peahen.
I mean, which she would definitely be correct, because of the two, the peahens are the drabber, less beautiful ones.
Yeah, because in nature, the males wear the makeup.
Yeah. I know, it's kind of weird that it gets switched around for the people, but whatever.
But Mindy, the other realtor that was with us, was like, that's a turkey.
Yeah, but especially peacocks, the males are very cocky.
Yeah. Oh, and here's the wild turkey pooping.
Gotta show that.
Damn, nature.
Just like Discovery Channel.
It was snowing the morning we left Detroit, and it was 70 in Idaho Falls.
Which is so funny to me, because I feel like everywhere is warmer than here. And then finally you go somewhere that's actually a little colder.
Yeah.
Makes you kind of grateful for Idaho Falls, doesn't it?
We took a shuttle from the rental car place to the airport, 5 in the morning. And there were it was packed, dozen people on board. And I asked, hey, are you guys all from Detroit? And a few raised their hands. And I said, is Detroit part of the Midwest? And a few people said yes. A few people said no. And then I got an unexpected answer from the 5 or 6 dudes from Fort Lauderdale who said, you're all a bunch of Yankees to us.
I bet we are.
But it's kind of fun to travel every once in a while to experience things that, you haven't experienced.
I do really like talking to people when I travel, and it's so awkward because, like, you don't want to be that person who's, like, gabbing someone's ear off on a plane or anything like that. But it is kind of nice sometimes to just chit-chat with a stranger.
I'll let them talk first.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it.
While we were in Detroit, I got this thing, right, where I have Ivar's clam chowder in Seattle.
Right.
And Nashville hot chicken.
Yeah, you have the famous local food.
Right, and a super dog in Chicago. Got to have a Detroit-style pizza with the Wisconsin brick cheese and the sauce all the way up to the edge of the pan. It gets crispy.
See, and I love a deep dish pizza.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's at.
And it was from Louis on DeQuinter. I think I said that right. There's 2 on DeQuinter. This was the original one. They haven't remodeled it since the 70s, I don't think.
Oh, really? Well, that's how you know it's good, because they don't need to update how it looks, because everyone knows how it tastes.
Polish people are big into Easter, I guess.
Oh,
and so our waitress was Polish. Barb's Polish. They compared the last names and had a good laugh.
Oh, that's funny.
And they put little pastel Easter sprinklies on the cannoli.
Oh, I love that. They were some very cute cannolis.
It was just a great time. And how about your Boise trip to see Wicked?
Yeah. So it was me, my mom, and my granny, and we were very efficient with our time. So basically we left at like 9 or 10 a.m. from here, got to Boise around like 2-ish, somewhere in there. Stopped for sushi, good old sushi. There's this one place that we go all the time that I can never remember the name of, and I feel terrible about it because it's a really good place.
But it's great, and you highly recommend it.
Yes, I know. I feel like such a turd for not remembering.
Make sure you go there.
I know that they have this one roll called the honeymoon roll, and the sushi comes out in heart shapes. It's very cute.
Cute.
Yeah, but to be fair, they also just recently changed their name since I went last time. So I don't think it's like horrible that I don't remember. Okay.
Yeah, no, fair enough. It's funny. Yeah.
Even they decided that the name wasn't memorable enough. So anyway, It was great though, because I got to sleep in the back the entire way there. And then I also got to sleep the entire way back. But we got some sushi, got into the hotel room, sat there for like 2 hours, and then went to the thing. Now, the thing that kind of sucked was that we didn't get tickets all together. Because my mom kind of planned this for her and her mom, and then she told me about it, and she's like, oh, well, I would have loved to have taken you, but like the tickets were so expensive and there was just no way.
Sure.
And I got on there and I looked and I was able to find one for like stupid cheap. Like I think she'd paid like $400 each for hers.
Oh, wow.
And I found one for like $120, $150.
Okay,
which is still too damn expensive, but comparatively, it was a good price. And it was good enough that I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go for it. No biggie. So I got it. And I think one of the reasons I was able to get such a good deal was because I bought a single seat. And I noticed that there were a couple of spots where there were single seats because groups had gone in and bought a whole bunch and then, skipped a seat between them and the next group because you can choose. And so those seats just didn't sell because no one wants to go alone. But because I was willing to, I got a good deal.
That's single seat.
Yeah. I was also the second row from the back. So I was basically in the nosebleeds.
So did you have your opera glasses that you got for? No,
I very specifically, I literally bought them for this trip. And then I forgot them because I packed the morning of like an idiot, even though I'd meant to pack the night before. But then my friend had a thing that was going on and she needed to pick me up. So I took care of her instead because I'm a good friend.
Yeah.
And
yes, you are.
Yeah. Anyway, so I totally forgot them. But even without them, it was actually a pretty, like, the theater wasn't so huge that I couldn't see what was going on. I just would have liked to have seen some of the detailing on the costumes, especially Glinda's, because they were so sparkly, even from back there. The costuming in general, I thought was really neat. I was a little surprised to see how little Glinda was wearing pink. What the hell?
Yeah.
I think there was only like one outfit that was pink.
And you got to see what happens in Wicked Part 2 that we haven't seen yet.
Yes. So
I think that comes out in November.
Yes, thank goodness. So if you're kind of new to me and my musical theater love, I have this thing where I don't like to listen to the soundtrack before I actually see the play.
Yeah.
I don't, because it's spoilers. They sing what's going on, so you know what's happening. And I don't like that. So I had no idea what to expect. I didn't even understand the timeline. Like, I thought this was happening way, way, way before Wizard of Oz, like at least a decade before. Yeah. But it actually converges, like, near the end, where it's basically going on at the same time.
Oh.
So I thought that was kind of neat.
Sort of like it's to The Wizard of Oz as Rogue One is to Star Wars.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Like Rogue One ends, spoiler alert, with Vader entering the Rebel ship.
Right.
And the original Star Wars Episode 4, 1977, begins with Vader entering the Rebel ship.
Right.
Okay.
It's kind of different because it's more like alternate perspectives, but it's like same timeline.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There were a couple of little twists that I didn't see, and I felt kind of dumb for not seeing. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but you get the origin stories of the Cowardly Lion, the Scarecrow, and the Tin Man. Another really fun thing that the theater did is that they had specialty drinks for it.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so they had an alcoholic one and a non-alcoholic one. I got the Glinda's Popular Punch, which was the non-alcoholic one. It was great because it was like this little strawberry lemonade. It was so cute. It was so pink.
Right up your alley.
Yeah. And I will say, too, I did like how many people showed up dressed thematically.
Oh, no kidding.
Lots of green, pink, or black, which I thought was cool. Yeah. Yeah, but that Popular Punch was probably the closest thing I bought to a souvenir, especially because it was $10 for a little, drink.
Did it come in a glass that you can keep?
No, it came in a normal plastic cup.
Lame.
It was kind of lame.
For $400 a ticket, yeah, you'd think that...
Yeah, you'd think you'd get a little bonus souvenir just sort of thrown in. But anyway, right after the show, we went and stopped at a gas station, got something to eat from there for dinner, and then went back, slept for like 6 hours, and then left at like 4 a.m.
A gas station Nukem burrito?
I got a
dinner?
Hot Pocket and some mac and cheese.
Oh, even better.
I know, right? Good stuff.
Hot Pocket.